How's it, Kale?
So are we gonna do the exchange now, or?
I reckon so, eh? Okay, you can see she sent the email this morning. Open. Okay, there we go. I can only see Celery X so far. Oh wow, pot au feu. That was one of the first French dishes I learned to make, and there was this one French book, one of the first recipe books I bought. In being of an Indian background, entering the industry, French cooking was foreign to me, if you can understand. So I was obsessive about French cooking for the first 4 years of my career, and this was my favorite dish to make.
Nice.
But I see it's a vegetarian one.
Yes.
Interesting. Celery, mushrooms. Okay, that's all vegetables. It's very Finnish. It's technical, but I'm comfortable. I'm happy. I thought it was going to be something very, very traditional.
It's not traditional per se, but it's the flavor is pretty traditional. It has like lots of like typical flavors from Finnish cooking, like smoking and pickling, and like has quite a lot of vinegar, and so it's when you taste everything, then it should taste pretty much like Finnish food.
The process that you'll use in your countries, because it's winter most of the year, so it's a lot of pickling, preserving, and cellars where you keep root vegetables and fermentation, and it's a very interesting topic, and I'm very excited about it. So very amped to cook the dish.
Yes, that's nice to hear. Okay, I'll do you now. I have this
Cool.
envelope here.
Sweet.
Well, this is something like totally different that I expected. You have chosen tripe and trotters. Tripe is something that we don't use as much in Finland, but trotters, those I have been using every once in a while. Is this a bit like an everyday meal, or?
Yes. So what I decided is I was thinking, like, because South Africa is so diverse and the majority of the country is from a poor background. So I thought it wouldn't give it due justice to give a little fine dining plate, because it doesn't speak to every South African. It only speaks to the upper class.
Yeah.
But I think you might find a bit of difficulty with cooking the pap, if anything.
But it's more like a flour, or is it like more coarse?
It's more coarse. It's more like grits. You know the American grits? Yeah, similar to that.
Yeah, that I haven't used before. So it's but is it if we can find that here in Finland? It's like can I replace it with for example, like polenta, or then we have.
You could replace it with polenta, but just get a more coarser grain, so it's not too fine.
And then I think
you'll see there's Morocco there as well. So Morocco is it's a wild leaf that grows in the back gardens of people's yards and that. So you don't have to purchase that vegetable. It's a leaf vegetable, a wild traditional African spinach. So you could replace it with Swiss chard, kale, beetroot leaves, radish leaves.
Yeah, so it's like a black kale.
Yeah, like collard greens.
Yeah. Actually, now get a good idea how it's gonna be. Yeah.
The names might be a bit foreign and confusing, but it's a very simple, hearty dish. Like if a South African eats it, the main ingredient there is cooking it with a bit of like your grandmother's love, and then the dish is gonna be good.
I have a pretty good idea of how's this gonna be, but then we'll see it how it is.
Right, it's gonna be fun nonetheless.
Well, the tripe is not that commonly used, but I'm pretty sure I can get it. It's nice to cook something that I haven't been doing so much.
Cool. All right.
What came to my mind about Dion's portion is that it has a lot of spiciness. It has a lot of complexity, and also the trotters, because it has this very unique, like very jelly kind of texture on it. So the idea that I have about the wine is it's absolutely my favorite producer from South Africa. It is Cook-Off. I'm not sure if my pronunciation is very spot on, but I love this producer. And this is their 2016 Shiraz. It's their very high level wines. I think the producer is really calling himself like a Shiraz specialist, so they really know what they're doing with these wines. When you try the wine, you can already taste the same spices that you're using in the portion, so it's gonna be a very beautiful, super combination. I'm sure about that.
That's exactly what I had in mind, Shiraz.
Yeah, really. Then, because I just said that I love the producer, so the next one is also from the same producer, and this is 2014 Semillon. So excited to try this with the portion as well. Kalle's portion, it's a bit more, I don't know, maybe to say it's a bit more elegant with the flavors. It doesn't have that crazy, powerful, very intense spicy notes, but it has more like floral and creamy and nutty, and these kind of very feminine notes, if you don't mind me saying.
Hey, the day has finally arrived. Finland Cook-Off South Africa versus Finland. So the whole thing is to sort of share each other's cultures and views of how we present food and the flavors that comes from each country. I've given Kalle a very difficult dish, and I feel very sorry about it at this point after reading through the dish and the complications around it. It's tripe and trotters. I know a lot of South Africans are going to be like, what are you thinking, Dion? And then I gave him pap as well in Morocco. So pretty interesting things to make. Very, very traditional, raw, hearty dish. Kalle has given me a very intricate, delicate, fine finesse sort of dish. A lot of Nordic Finnish flavors coming through, the pickling, the earthy root vegetables, the mushrooms. So yeah, very subtle flavors. It's going to be a challenge to cook it, to be honest. So yeah, how are you feeling, Kalle?
I'm feeling good. It's very something that I think might not tried before actually, but it's gonna be interesting. And I have made my setup this morning, so I already have kind of an idea how it's gonna taste. So from all the smells coming from the spices, so it's nice.
But I gotta tell you, it was quite a challenge to get the trippa here.
Yeah, it's not that commonly used in Finland, so it's usually something that is mostly discarded when they butcher the animal. So we had to go through quite a lot of places to find it, but fortunately,
we got it.
Yeah, we got it. We got it from the.
We're not gonna tell actually, because if we want to do this again, it was quite a. It needed quite a lot of.
Yeah, let's just say it's
golden handshakes.
It's coming from a private reserve. So.
Should we start?
3, 2, 1, cook.
So I studied at the Swiss hotel school, and the Swiss do a traditional tripe dish, but it's cooked in white wine and mushrooms. And the first time I tasted it, I was like, no man, and nobody wanted to eat it in college, so the lecturers would force us to eat it just to get that flavor profile. You couldn't force me because I love tripe. But nobody else wanted to eat it. So I was like, Mr. Chumi, please allow me the privilege of cooking the tripe next year. He was like, okay, cool, Dion, you got it. I cooked the curry tripe for him. We had students taking away like Bucky's home.
No.
that spicy flavors work really nice because of their fattiness.
There's a lot of first timers in here, you know.
Yeah. First time.
Yeah, the trippa, the pop.
Yeah. But as you said that it should feel like making a choux pastry, so that way I have kind of an idea what it's gonna be or how it should be, hopefully.
So this pop, can you tell me about the pop? With what do you usually eat it with? Or is it just like
It's eaten as a side. Is that what you're asking?
Right.
Yeah, so it's normally like rice or mashed potato. It's like a staple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is the same as smashed potatoes is for us. So this is because we eat smashed potatoes with everything, or potatoes in general. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, potato is the most eaten vegetable probably here, or most commonly used side for everything. So.
Because potatoes are good for the cold, even.
Yeah, and it's my granddad. He's now 92, and every time that we have a dinner, he's always complaining. If there's like, it was okay, but there was no potatoes, so it's a big minus. You can have whatever, you can cook whatever, but there always needs to be potatoes for the meal to be complete.
Yeah.
So how is everything going there? Are you in schedule?
It's going all right. I just looked at the kale, so I turned the temperature up because it's not really drying at 120. So,
Right.
But it's coming now. I'll put it at 150.
Are you gonna use plates or bowls for the?
I couldn't find a lot of plates here, so I ended up kind of. There wasn't anything, so I'm gonna have to use these two together.
Sounds good.
Yeah, if you have a little bit of like a coupe, so
It's got a slight dip in it, so the broad can kind of.
Yeah.
Or else it was gonna be a cereal bowl.
Yeah. That could work.
Yeah, it could work.
Can we ask our guest to give us a little hint from if I need to start fixing something that it's not looking proper? I have this advantage here, so gotta use it. So here's the curry coming. Does it look like does it need fixing or?
I think a bit more color.
Yeah.
It needs a bit more, I don't know, let's taste it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Because I think that would help.
So we have our professional taster here, Dion, now because we don't. we're gonna cheat a bit. You just focus on the kales, okay?
It's a bit more spicy.
Yeah.
All right. A
And
bit more
maybe-
spices we need.
Did he say a bit more of that?
Yeah, chili.
Is that chili?
Yes. Right.
Or is it the
Like a
no, the cumin?
Cumin, more cumin.
More cumin?
Yeah.
All right. And the pop, does that look okay?
It's a little bit loose still, but I need to work it a little bit.
Yeah. Thicken.
Okay. Here comes. Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good.
Have a lovely weather here. What about you?
Actually, we're having a very nice weather here as well. The sun is shining and it's not too cold and everything is okay. Yeah.
So, what's your relation to Finnish food?
This is the very, very first time I'm cooking Finnish food, to be honest.
Yes.
So very foreign to me.
Okay. And your impression?
I like it. It's
Okay.
delicate. It's something that's very challenging for me to do personally because
Yes.
I cook with a lot of robust flavors.
Yeah.
So it's something I will sort of tap into more often
Okay.
going forward.
Okay. And is there something common between the Finnish and South African food?
Not much, to be honest.
No.
Actually. During winter, yes, we use a lot of the same ingredients.
Yes.
Yeah, but not much actually. Besides that,
Uh-huh.
and then the salting and preserving is more like the biltong that we make. It's a cured meat like beef jerky, but much better.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
not a lot of similarities
Okay.
actually.
Good. And so you have learned something during
Yes,
this
of
process?
course, a
Yeah?
lot.
Okay, I'll come back.
Nora, you cheating? Why are you staying?
No, Kalle needed a break.
I'm just kidding. It's a win by all means.
Yeah. Kalle is he's a nice guy, but he's a very competitive guy as well. How are the flavors?
It's a subtle pickle. It's not too overpowering, so
You pickle them as a whole.
yeah. I'm gonna let them sit in more. I kept some of the vinegar pickling liquid, so I'll just let it sit in there again. Because I do them whole, so it keeps its shape better and it's gives more of the onion clean flavor behind, opposed to like this overpowering salty vinegar taste.
Yeah, and it's good you get the small taste of the fresh vinegar in the end. As you can see, I'm still working on the pop.
So you're not in a hurry.
I think maybe the flour that I got, maybe I should not have added. Yeah, okay. Then I'm not totally off.
No, you're on the right path there.
Good.
I mean, many of the South Africans watching will be very proud.
Yeah, you're giving me hope. Thank you. Thank you for that.
All right, ready for the plating?
Yeah. Okay, done. I hope
Yes.
it's right.
Can you see my interpretation of your?
You need to, I think you need to put it here.
Then it's just the broad tail side.
Yes.
Alright, I'll do this.
Oh, nice.
It's I think the pop was maybe slightly too loose, so I put it in the bottom of the bowl, so you can add the curry and the morojo on top of that, and then you can just eat it from the bowl.
What one?
Yes.
Good.
Awesome.
Now we
Can we-
see how we did.
Yeah? Can we invite our guests to come and try?
Yes.
Yes, alright.
Does it smell South African? Yes, it does. It does smell South African. Maybe a bit more spices needed in the curry. And then the pop needed a bit of thickening. But in terms of the smell, yes, so I would give that a 4 for smelling.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Does the dish look like South African? It's a combination of both in terms of presentation, because we, as I said earlier, we would have kept the bone in,
Yeah.
That is not, and then of course we needed to thicken the pop.
Yeah.
So for that, I'm going to rate you a 3. Does the dish taste South African? Most definitely it does. And I'm not going to raise the same issues. The only thing is the thickness
Yeah.
of the pop, because you should be able to eat it, but you can eat it by hand as well.
Yes. Yes.
So for that, everything else is fine. So for that, I would give a 4.
Oh.
And is it a proud representation of South Africa? I would say with everything that you laid out, yes, this would be the type of pots that we would use if you go to a restaurant. And so therefore, for that, I would give you a 4.
Thank you.
You want to try the wine as well?
Yeah, the wine is
No,
excellent.
I'm nervous.
Um,
So this is Cook-Off Shiraz 2016. It has a lot of the same spiciness on the nose, and it has that the portion has, or the curry has as well. And for me, the acidity is very nice with the curry because it balances up a bit of the fattiness of the trotters. But for me, I haven't tried them together yet, but the idea for me sounded pretty beautiful.
it's actually a very good combination of the two.
Thank you. And now, Dion, you're in the heat.
Does the dish smell like South Africa or Finland? It tastes more Finland. It tastes very much the nouvelle cuisine Finland. So I give a 4.
Yes.
Does the dish look like Finland? Absolutely. And I'm speaking about modern time Finnish cuisine. This is not a rössypottu.
No. Yeah.
So I'm a generous person.
Absolutely means
Yes.
5 to me.
I give you 4. Okay. Does the dish taste like Finland? You cannot be perfect. No.
Always room for improvement.
Yes. There are a bit, some elements for which I give 3. Okay. Does the dish feel like Finland? 5 points. Is it a proud representation of Finland? The feeling that it gives to me is totally Finnish. 5 points. Bravo!
Thank you.
And the wine.
Oh yeah, bravo.
I can go with a bit more than this one. As it complements the dish very well.
Well done, Nora.
Yes.
Kippis.
Thank you.
Kippis. Salute. Fantastic.
It was so much fun, very good energy all along. There was a few challenges, but we beat them, and I think the result was super nice. And as said, it was so much fun. Thank you so much, Dion. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. It was a really fun challenge cooking something that I have never done before, and learned and found out lots of new ingredients that I never actually used before. So it's been super nice. Thank you, and see you on the next round.
Such a challenge. I mean, I've learned so much new techniques and tricks, especially the king oyster noodles. Really blew my mind away. So much fun. It was a challenge getting some of the ingredients. Overall, I absolutely enjoyed myself. And for me personally, cooking is about having fun. Win or lose, I absolutely enjoyed myself, and I made some good friends in Finland. So let's keep in contact, let's keep in touch, and look forward to the next round.